In this session, we discuss different data structures associated with the searching problem. Searching is a very basic technique used for computing purpose, and there are many algorithms associated with the searching technique. Many of the problems we need to search for an element, so searching algorithm is a very important one in our daily life. Every day we search for an item. Say for a textbook you are searching for, you have forgotten where it is being kept, so you go to every room and search in every table and bureaus. That is a searching methodology that you follow every day. For example, suppose you go to library, you can see that there are a lot of racks arranged in the library, and you know where the computer science books are kept. That will be arranged in a serial order of the book number. So you go to that particular shelf of CS department, CS books, and then you search in a one by one fashion in every bureau. This is one way of searching for an element that you are looking for, and there may be some arrangement in the elements that already in the data cell, but in many cases there won't be any arrangement also. So in any way you are looking for an element, and you have to find out where it is been kept, which location it is been available now. So we have two different important algorithms we are looking here. We are going to discuss linear search algorithm and binary search algorithm. These two are the basic algorithms that we use for computing purpose for searching for an element, and these two searching algorithms are follow entirely different concept for finding out an element in a list of data items. So we see detail how these algorithms are being implemented. Now we start with the linear search. Linear search is the most simplest simple linear searching algorithm that we use for our coding purpose. So it compares the elements from the beginning one after another, and the end it will be completed whenever it will be stopped whenever an element is found in between, or it reaches the end of the list without finding the element, resulting to an unsuccessful search. So this algorithm, say for example, it returns -1 if the location of the element is not found, or the element itself is absent from the list, and it returns the correct location of the index position of the element when the element is found, if the element is present in the list. One advantage of linear search algorithm is that if your elements are not in a sorted order, already it is not sorted and it is kept in a very random positions, so this algorithm, linear search algorithm, is efficient there, and it is the simplest algorithm also. Now that is the most one of the feature. It is used for finding out an element in an unsorted list of data items, and as we have seen in the previous class, if you see the complexity of this algorithm, the loop will be executed n times. Loop will be, if you have n number of inputs in a particular array, the searching continues until you reaches the end of the array without finding the element, or in between you are finding the element and you are coming out. So the maximum complexity of the worst case complexity is order of n. So that is the time complexity representation of linear search. So the one of the feature is that it is very simple to implement. We need not have a sorted list for finding out for searching particular element. Now we look at the algorithm itself. Here we can see linear search algorithm which searches in an array of n elements. There are n elements starting from 0 to n minus 1. Say for example, the index is being varied from 0 to n minus 1 location. So we start from the very first. So we are looking for an element EL is given. Suppose you have elements say 12, 24, 3, 19, 35, 46. So n is equal to 6 here. So we have stored it at location 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 n minus 1. We are looking for an element for say 19. So given element EL is equal to 19. So at the beginning of the execution of the algorithm, we are given with the array A. We have given with the total number of elements present in the array A, that is 6 over here, and we are given with an element that we are looking for, it is 19 over here. So we start from the first location, so first element. So we are initializing a variable log is equal to -1. So we haven't found an element so far now. So location is set to initialize to -1 now. Now we start from the 0th element. So if the 0th element is EL, no. When we increment the value of I by 1, we go to the second position, no. And then third position, no. Fourth position, we find the element. So that location is being returned. So we have found the element 19 at third location, not at the 0th location, not at the first location, not at the second location, not it's found at the third location. So the location value is equal to 3. So this is being returned. And if the element, suppose you are given with the 19, and if 19 is not present in the element, so we in the array, so we go till the end of the array and we find that the element is not found, so we return -1 value. So this is the linear search algorithm. Now another algorithm that we use for searching technique is binary search. So binary search depends upon divide and conquer strategy. So one thing we have to remember is that for binary search, the array should be in sorted order. You must be given with the array in a sorted order. So that is very compulsory. So that is compulsory condition of the algorithm to work upon. And time complexity is O of log n. So O of log n is the time complexity of the binary search algorithm. It works on divide and conquer strategy because the entire array will be divided into 2 halves, and from the middle to the left half, from the middle to the right half. If since the elements are in sorted order, we compare the element given with the middle element. If the element is less than the middle element, we assume that the element will be found in the first half. If the element is greater than the middle element, we assume that the element is present in the second half. So your entire array is being divided into 2 halves. Again, if you are selecting the first half, it will be divided at the mid. So that is why we say it is divide and conquer methodology. Every time we divide the given set of elements into 2 halves. So the problem, since the element to be searched, list of elements to be searched becomes half every time, you are dividing the big problem into small problems, and you are reaching up to the elements. So that is the very basic idea of binary search technique. So one thing you have to remember that this algorithm works only on sorted array. So here is an example. We have 10 elements starting from 0 to 9. So middle element is at the 4th position. We are given with an element 23. So 23 is compared with the middle element 16. Since 23 is greater than 6, we assume that it is present in the second half. So we refix the lower bound and upper bound. Initially lower bound was 0 and upper bound was 9. Now the lower bound is reset to 5. We are searching for 5th element till the 9th element. So again we are dividing it at the middle from the 5th to 9th, again it is been divided. At the 7th location, we are comparing with 23. We found that 23 is less than 56. So we take the first half. So the mid location is now here. If it is two elements, this is the mid position element. So we found that both the elements, given element 23 matches with the mid element in the present array. So every time we are dividing into two halves. Either the first half will be reselected or the second half will be selected to continue with. Again the present half will be again divided into another two halves. So accordingly the searches continues until you reaches to a particular condition that the array cannot be further subdivided. In that case it is an unsuccessful search. Otherwise we find the element in between at the mid position somewhere. We return the location and saying that the element is found. So this is the working principle of the algorithm. Now you can see the algorithm receives the array A with n elements, and we are searching for an element EL. So we are initializing lower bound to 1, upper bound to n, assuming that you have stored from 1 to n, say here. Or if you have stored from 0 to n minus 1, accordingly you have to set 0 n minus 1. Here we have assumed that the array position starts from 1 to n. Now initially we say that element is not found, so location of the element found is -1, nil. We haven't found the element so far. Now we are searching from lower bound to upper bound. Now lower bound is 1 and upper bound is n. So we are finding out the mid position. Mid position is u minus l by 2, that is n minus 1. If there are 10 elements, 10 minus 1, 9 by 2, 4.5. So 4.5 is added with 1, 5. 4.5 plus 1, 5. So 5 is the middle element. And again we are comparing the middle element with the given element. If you see that middle element is greater than the given element, then the upper bound is set to next position of the mid element. Upper bound is set to the leftmost element. So we are going to search in the left half. So if AM is greater than element, if the mid element is greater than the element, then we say that it is in the next position, second half. So accordingly we have set the lower bound to m plus 1. Now in any situation, if you see that the middle element is equal to the given element, then we return from the algorithm saying that the location is found. Location is equal to m. Now we are returning. If the element is not found, we will return -1. Otherwise, the position of the element will be returned. So this is the binary search algorithm. Now we have seen two algorithms, linear search and binary search. Linear search starts from first element and till the last element will be searched for the in a serial fashion. Whereas in binary search we are not going in a linear fashion, but remember that the elements are in sorted order. So we start searching in the mid element, and we either select one of the half and we look forward for the element. Every time we are dividing the solution to two small solutions, small problems, and again we are doing the same thing. So binary search always seem to be a recursive algorithm. So these are the searching algorithms that we normally discuss, the simple searching algorithms that we use in data structures.